Hi guys, this is GIS and Remote Sensing Basic YouTube channel. If you're newly watching this channel, subscribe it for further updates. In this video, we go to see how to do groundwater potential zone mapping using analytical hierarchical process in ArcGIS. The groundwater potential zone mapping is splitted as two parts. This video is the first part. Okay. The groundwater potential zone mapping is prepared using these 7 layers: drainage density, lineament density, slope, soil, lithology, LULC, and geomorphology. Using this we go to prepare the groundwater potential zone mapping. Okay, I have analyzed one research paper for groundwater potential zone mapping using analytical hierarchical process. See, this is the research paper: assessment of groundwater potential zone using multi-criteria decision making techniques. Okay, see this table. Using analytical hierarchical process, the pairwise comparison matrix is prepared and overall weightage is identified. We go to see one by one how to do the how to prepare the layers and how to create the pairwise comparison matrix and rank and weightage and identifying the groundwater potential zone mapping. Let's see one by one. Okay, in this part we can see the first 5 layers, and the second part we go to see land use, land cover, and geomorphology and groundwater potential zone mapping. Okay, the first one is drainage density. Okay, for drainage density, first of all, this is my study area, one of the region from Tamil Nadu, India, the coastal region. Okay, I have downloaded the elevation data SRTM in Earth Explorer website. I have attached the download video link to how to download the elevation data. Using this, I am going to prepare the drainage and drainage density maps. Okay, before going to preparing the drainage density map, I am going to clip the elevation data only for my study area. For clipping, you select the data management tool, raster processing, clip. Input raster is our elevation data SRTM. Output extent is our boundary. Okay, it is clipped. Okay, now I am going to do the automatic drainage extraction method using hydrology tool in spatial analysis tool. I remove the downloaded data. I have used the clipped one. See, select the spatial analysis tool, hydrology, and fill. This is the first method of automated drainage extraction. Okay, the second one is flow direction. Use the fill output here. Don't skip the video, then only you will understand how to prepare the groundwater potential zone mapping. Okay, the third one is flow accumulation. Use the input is flow direction. Okay, this came. The next one is the conditional option. Select the flow accumulation here, and true raster is our clipped one, and condition expression is value greater than 500 for better output. Okay, it will show the major drainages in the steady area. Okay, next one is stream order. You select the conditional output here and flow direction output. Okay, now stream order is ready. Next, stream to future. Okay, our drainage map is ready. Open attribute table. See, in this grid code is our drainage orders. Using this, I am going to give the symbology. Select the grid code here. See our drainage map. Using this, we go to prepare the drainage density, the first layer of groundwater potential zone mapping. Okay. Okay, drainage density, you select the spatial analysis tool, density and line density option. You select the stream order here and click the environment, the process extent. Here you select the same as the boundary for output came only for boundary, output come only for boundary, sorry. And raster analysis also, you select the boundary and just click the OK. See, this is our drainage density map. Okay, now you remove the all unnecessary files. Now I am going to reclassify this drainage density output. For reclassification, you select the reclass in spatial analysis tool and select the reclassify in that and select the element density here. I select here the classify option. I give the classes as 5 and just give the OK. Okay. I have classified as 5 classes. The 1 is indicate a very low area, and 2 is low, 3 is medium, 4 is high, 5 is very high. Okay, now I am going to convert this into the shape file. Okay, for converting the shape file, you select the conversion tool and select from raster to polygon. Okay, using this I am going to convert the drainage density into the shape file. Okay, see the grid code option is there. The one is very low, so I am going to create one field here using add field option. The name is type and type is the text format. Okay, here I select all one grid codes and named it as very low. The grid code 2 is low. And 3 is medium. Four is high. And 5 is very high. Okay, go to the symbology and give the color as using the type. Outline with 0. See our typed result. See, this is the drainage density map, final one. Okay, now I am going to remove all other files, drainage and reclass to one. These are all not required. Okay, the second layer is lineament density. For lineament density, you go to prepare the hillshade map, different using different angles. Okay, select the hillshade in the spatial analysis tool, surface hillshade option. Using this you can prepare the different hillshade method. I have already uploaded a video for lineament and lineament density preparation. I have attached the link in description, please see it. You first prepare different hillshade maps using different angles and digitize the lineament from manual digitization method. I have already prepared the lineament density map for this area using the digitization of lineament and using line density option. I have prepared the lineament density for this area. See, These are the different hillshade option. Okay, I add the lineament density file, which one I have already prepared. If you want to clear results for lineament density preparation, find the link from my description for lineament density map preparation. Okay, here the grid code option is there for lineament map. I have add the field. Okay, here also the 1 is very low and 2 is low and 5 is high. Okay, like a drainage density, lineament density also 1 is very low, two is low, three is medium, four is high, five is very high. Okay, you change the symbology using the type. Outline with is 0 for better view. See the same classes. This is our lineament density map. Okay, the next one is slope. Slope is available in the surface tool. Before the creating the slope, we go to reproject the elevation data into UTM projection system. Okay, reprojection option is available in the data management tool, projection and transformation. Okay, sorry, not this one. Select the raster here. Here you see project raster is there. Select the project raster and input is our elevation data SRTM, and change the projection coordinate system into UTM. For this area UTM zone is 44N. Okay, I remove the hillshade maps. Okay, the project is completed. Using this project elevation data, we go to prepare the slope of this area. Okay, for slope creation you select the spatial analysis tool, surface slope. Input is our projected one raster file, elevation file. Select the degree here. See, the slope is came. Lowest slope is 0, highest slope is 33. point something. Okay, I am going to reclass this slope. Okay, input is our slope, and the class interval is 5. The first interval is 0 to 1, so I am going to type 1. So second one is 1 to 2, so second 2. Third one is 2 to 3. Fourth one is 3 to 5. Sorry, third one is 3, and fourth one is 3 to 5, and fifth one is above 5. So it is okay. This slope classes are in degree. Okay, this is our slope. The one is indicate 0 to 1 degree like this, and 2 is 1 to 2 degree. Okay, the next one is I am going to convert the slope into polygon. The same method we have already used for drainage density map. See, it is converted. I am going to open the attribute table. See, this is consist huge number of polygons. So I am going to dissolve it based on grid code. Okay, the dissolve option is available in the data management tool. Generalization, dissolve. You select the grid code here. See the dissolved shape file. Only 5 columns are available. So now I add one field. Okay, the one is indicate a 0 to 1 degree elevation slope area. I type it using within the semicolon. Yes, second grid code is 1 to 2 degree slope. Sorry, it's take time. One to 2. Okay, the third one is 2 to 3 degree slope. Next, fourth one is 3 to 5 degree slope. The last one is fifth. It is above 5 degree slope. So this is the coastal area. That's why only I am going to give the slope classes very less. Okay, this is greater than 5. Okay, using this I am going to do the symbology. I select the type here, outline width is 0. See the 5 classes of slope. Okay, this is our slope map of our study area. Okay, I am going to remove the all elevation data. Only our 3 layers is there. Okay, and the next one is soil. I have prepared the soil map using National Bureau of Soil Survey and Land Use Planning data. It is available in the web sources. I am going to add the soil data. See, this is the soil data for Tamil Nadu. Okay, see, National Bureau of Soil Survey and Land Use Planning. Okay, soil of the area have consist numbers, and this numbers indicates the soil types. It is available in the legends. See, these are the legends. Okay, using this data I have prepared the soil map of this area. I have already prepared. See, this is my soil map. Sorry, it is literally shifted. Okay, okay. In our study area, only 3 types of soil is there: loamy soil, sandy soil, and clay soil. I have already digitized using manual digitization method. See, these are the 3 soil types. Okay, the soil map is ready. The next one is lithology map. The lithology map is prepared using already prepared lithological map from GSI, Geological Survey of India. See, geological and mineral map, and this is the geology map. It is indicates the symbols, and these symbols have a legends of rock types. See, here is the rock types are there. Okay, I have already prepared the lithology map using this data by manual digitization. Okay, this data is available in the web sources category. Okay, in my study area, in my study area 4 lithological rock types are there: fluvial, marine, and sandstone with clay. Okay, the 5 layers are prepared. In our next groundwater potential zone parts, we go to see how to prepare the land use, land cover, and geomorphology and groundwater potential zone mapping. Okay, this is the first 5 layers. Don't forget to watch the second part. The second one is important. Okay, thank you for watching. subscribe for more videos. Thank you.